And we are honored to welcome to the BYU Sports Nation set Jason Gray, a member of Studio C cast, and you will be hosting the Y Awards with your comrades tomorrow. Are you ready for the show?
Yeah, we're really excited. This is the first time doing kind of a BYU-specific theme as a cast, so we're pumped to do it, especially with sports. So.
Is 25 million accurate?
It is. I think it's actually up to closer to 30 million.
How dare you, Jeremy?
Yeah.
How dare you short
million.
Studio C.
Short. No, just kidding.
Jason Gray with us, Studio C cast member. He will be part of that hosting cast for the Y Awards tomorrow. Jason, when you take a look at BYU sports and the passion that surrounds this university with sports, why was it something that got you excited to be involved with the Y Awards tomorrow?
Well, we're just excited to work together, because a lot of times at Studio C we do more kind of general humor that anyone can watch. So this is our first time really getting to focus on BYU and BYU sports. I grew up a huge BYU sports fan. I still remember, I think it was 1995, the Cotton Bowl
96.
with Steve Sarkisian.
Yeah,
96
exactly.
Yeah.
with Steve Sarkisian. That's when I kind of fell in love with BYU football. So it's cool to be able to interact with the football players that are going to be there and poke fun at them a little bit, and hopefully all in good fun, but we're excited to work together.
And you've had to battle maybe some Boise State fans, BYU fans. That dynamic in Boise is interesting, isn't
Yes, it is interesting. I have a confession to make.
Uh-oh.
I went to the
Oh no.
last fall when BYU played Boise State. I didn't know who to go for, and I went in a Boise State jersey.
Oh!
I know. And,
What?
I know. I'm sorry. And it was
This is your time to repent.
It was obviously a horrible decision. I thought it was going to go the other way around, where I'd be the one kind of like poking fun at people around me, and people recognized me from Studio C. And a lot of people were like, "Is this a joke? Is that why you're wearing that? Is this some sort of sketch? Like, what's going on here?" And I just had to take it, because the score was like, we were down by like 30 points. So
That's when you say yes, it is a joke.
yeah, I was like, yes,
totally.
I have my BYU jersey underneath.
Does Studio C do anything with April Fools today?
We should. It's last season we aired our second season on April 1st, so everyone thought it was going to be a joke that we weren't really going to air or something like that, but we didn't take advantage, which is sad. So next year we'll do something.
On April Fools.
Yeah.
You're a really good impressionist, and I mean the impersonations you do are super, super spot on. Is there going to be any of that tomorrow? Can you give us a hint of maybe some of the things we're going to see tomorrow?
I might pull out Christopher Walken. It seems like guys who like sports really like Christopher Walken. So I might be like, guys, Kyle Vanoy, he's really good at football. I got to have more cowbell. Guys, listen.
That is
Never question
really
Bruce
good.
Dickinson.
I know.
Question.
Never do it.
So he might make an appearance.
Okay, looking forward to that. I also love your Professor Snape. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
that one is just, that gets me every time.
Really high energy, Professor Snape.
I love it. I've seen every episode of Studio C. I really enjoy the show.
Well,
so
thanks, guys.
I think it's going to be fun that you guys are hosting the Y Awards. And we've been a part of meetings together yesterday. We went over the jokes and the monologue with Tom Hommel. He loved it. I think people are going to be excited. Maybe can you tease us a little bit as to maybe something in the monologue that people might enjoy?
Well, okay, one of the jokes that I really like, we kind of make fun of, oh man, I don't want to spoil it too much, but
Okay, yeah.
basically the joke is that that someone does their job so well that they get one of the Texas coaches fired from their job. I'm not going to go too much, but we poke fun at the Texas game a lot because we blew them out, and we're gonna rattle Texas a bit for that.
Yeah, they got rattled plenty
loss.
in the game. I don't think that anything that's said tomorrow will rattle them more than what happened on the field.
So if we had like BYU sports trivia with the cast of Studio C, I'm gathering that because you're a huge sports fan, you'd probably win that, right?
In Studio C, yes, I would.
You
definitely
would crush everyone.
I would crush, which isn't saying much. Basically, it's like I know what a touchdown is, and that would like not the most sports inclined group, but I do enjoy sports.
Jason Gray from Studio C is on BYU Sports Nation. You talk about the Steve Sarkisian moment in 1996. Is that the ultimate BYU memory for you, or what is your ultimate BYU memory?
Ultimate BYU memory. That was really great when BYU beat Oklahoma like 4 years ago. That first game of the season when Oklahoma was ranked number 3. That was That was epic. I was on my mission when the catch happened versus Utah.
Okay.
But my parents wrote me about it, and I just missed it. I got home like a month later, but so I watched it again. But I'm sure being there in that moment was something to...
Still the greatest thing that I believe both of us have ever witnessed
we were actually
live.
standing next to each
Yeah.
other
Oh, no
during
way.
that, on
That's
the sideline. I've told the story before, but I had a camera, so my right eye, the lens is up to my right eye. I'm shooting as a student for the Daily News in the comms department. John Beck throws the ball. I let go of the camera in my right hand, like drop it down, and I just looked bare-eyed. so my footage stared at the ground. I had to borrow someone else's footage. It was awesome. Jason Gray of Studio C is on BYU Sports Nation. We're in Studio B. Studio C is just down the hall. That's the reference to the show there. Y Awards tomorrow. I guess, what are you looking forward to the most hosting this live on TV in the Marriott Center?
Okay, well, we're doing a sketch with Bronco Mendenhall.
Ooh.
That's all I'll say about
Ooh.
it. But Bronco is not the type of person you normally picture doing sketch comedy. So I think people are really going to enjoy seeing him up there and acting. So and we got some fun. He's got some fun lines and stuff. I think it'll go well.
I think we had an interview with Bronco on Saturday that dealt with snacks and rating different types of candy, and I'm wondering if the fact that he was being prepared by Studio C that he kind of opened up to us.
Yeah, he might have. He's done something with you previously in an unforum on campus, right?
Right. And we actually did a sketch with him too, and we were blown away. Like he came, we thought, he's not going to become memorized because he's a busy guy, but he actually like memorized his lines and stuff. He took it very seriously. We're like, this guy's a thespian, in the closet.
Well
he's fully invested.
Mendenhall.
He's fully invested. That's right.
So the Y Awards tomorrow. When you're preparing for something like this, how much? It's totally different than preparing for an actual Studio C episode, I would imagine, because it's live and you can't always just be funny all the time. So what has been the different dynamic for you preparing for something like this?
I guess you have to kind of prepare for, because it is live and we've never done live before. If a joke doesn't land, you just kind of have to, I guess, take it. And also, we've never done a live show, so I think you just got to be on your feet, and if mistakes happen, you just roll with it, and hopefully we'll just have a good, fun time. And we're prepared, and we got some good monologues and some sketches planned, so I think we're ready for it.
The fun part, having been behind the scenes and been a part of this and read the jokes and everything, is that if you're a Studio C fan, you're going to enjoy it a lot because everyone's involved. Everyone gets up there. And then if you haven't seen Studio C before, I think you'll appreciate what goes on with Studio C. Which, by the way, tell us about the new season coming up April 7th on BYUtv.
Yeah, we're really stoked. We got some guest stars that are going to be on the show. Glenn Beck was in the studio audience on our last show, and he's like a huge fan of Studio C, which is cool. And we've spent just tons of time finessing our sketches. I think this is going to be our best season by far.
Season 4. If you
Can
haven't
believe
seen
that?
the previous
You're
seasons,
4 seasons into this thing.
It's crazy. It really feels like just like yesterday we started.
you can watch all of the seasons on BYUtv.org if you've missed them.
Jason
Or the
Gray
app.
is a member of the Studio C cast. He will host the Y Awards with his comrades tomorrow. And Jason, you're obviously multi-talented. You can do a lot of different things. If you were to play a sport at BYU, if you could play any sport, what would it be?
Ultimate Frisbee. No, just kidding.
A bunch of people just said, what?
What?
That's a sport?
That's
I love Ultimate Frisbee.
No, I kind of like the weird sports like racquetball and volleyball. But in all seriousness, I think, man, I'm too short for basketball. Probably soccer. I guess that would be the right sport for me. I don't want to get killed in football.
Lavelle Edwards always said kicker or on the golf team.
Yeah,
would be
smart.
if he had to do it again,
be the
he'd go
kicker?
back. It'd be the kicker
Or be on the
the
golf
golf
team. How can you argue against playing golf for a living?
Can't.
Yeah, serious.
You cannot.
Getting paid money for that. Hey, Jason Gray, it's been great to have you here. We appreciate the impersonations and the time. We want you to sign our BYU Sports Nation Rise Up flag so you can
right.
become
Yeah,
part of our team.
All our
Cool.
in-studio guests sign the flag.
That's awesome.
Give us your autograph. And let's bring you into our Twitter conversation, which is we want people across BYU Sports Nation to give us their best April Fool's Day story. Do you have a favorite April Fool's Day story?
Man, let me think.
While you think about that, I'm
okay.
going to read a tweet related to you. At Moco BYU Blue, this is Mike O'Connor with the Coug Club. He says, ask Jason where his shoulder angel was against Boise State. And then he has a picture of Matt. a picture of Matt on his shoulder
That's very good.
That
funny.
is great.
in the Marriott Center.
Okay, well, if you're like me, I mean, I don't really have a great April Fool's Day story.
Yeah, sorry guys.
No,
Mine
don't
was that my
apologize.
mom. We had just moved to California. My mom told me we were moving back. I was 7. And I was like, "Yeah, April Fool's." No,
That's awesome.
It
Well,
made
that
Jared
was just
cry.
mean to a little kid. Come on, mom.
That's funny. I guess this didn't happen to me, but it happened to my brother. My dad took his mission call and like took it out and changed it, and then
What?
Yeah, and had it sent to Antarctica for 3 years. My brother totally believed it.
Oh my goodness, that's pretty good. That's one of the best I've ever
And
heard.
he took his time with it and stuff.
That
Made it
is
look. I
intense.
believed it, so it was
Wow.
pretty good.
Check out the season premiere of Studio C on April 7th. What time will that air on April 7th, Jason?
On 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m.
Ten-
Mountain.
10
10
Eastern.
p.m.
Yeah, sorry.
Eastern,
Yeah.
8 p.m. Mountain. Jason, thanks so much for the time.